I don't know. I don't really know what to think about this anymore. I know it's not about the weapons. It's about the respect of the front office, but it's been going on for how long? 3.5 months now. I don't think he's leaving. I think he's staying. I said it a couple weeks ago. He's just asking for a little bit of respect, and a little bit of commitment. And I understand that. When someone drafts another quarterback, they trade up for another quarterback in the first round, why would anyone think that's a sign of commitment from the team? I guess that's what he's looking for. He's just looking for a little more commitment, but it's gone on for 3-4 months now. So, can we just, resolve this? This has been going on for too long. But, I don't know. Hopefully he shows up to training camp. I think that's on July 27th, which is in 5 days. So, I think he'll show up. I really do. But, I don't know. Alright. Let's get some music going real quick. If it will load. Alright, so I'm actually reading a story right now as I wait for this music to load. Apparently none of Aaron's closest friends are sure, they have no idea, or at least they claim to have no idea about him showing up to training camp or not. About whether he's going to show up or not. So, oh my gosh, this is not loading at all. Does he... I used his close friends as a reason for why he was... staying, because they were all saying, this is fixable. James Jones, John Kuhn, Greg Jennings, people who knew Aaron said it was fixable. But now his close friends are saying they have no idea if he'll report to training camp, which is not promising. Alright, let's get some music going. So KD said that the Bucks are building somewhat of a dynasty after this championship. Now, like I said, if you're looking for a more sustainable approach, build a team through a draft. It gives them better chemistry. It's better for salary. And it helps with the ego, But depending on the situation in your career, I guess any choice could be smart. Depending on where you are in your career, any choice is smart. But I do think the Bucks can go on and win a couple more championships. They have the talent. Their players aren't old. And their chemistry is great. So I can see them winning 2-3 more in the next decade. But we'll see what happens there. Alright. So the original Space Jam director apparently criticized the new version of hold on, who was the original? I think it was Malcolm D. Lee. He criticized the new version of Space Jam. Now, I saw a bit of it. I didn't, my brother turned it on today, so I saw a little bit of it. I saw some clips. Saw, like, bits and pieces of it, but, and, my opinion is, it was a kid's movie. It wasn't for, like, the 40-year-olds that are criticizing it, And, it was gonna be a much different movie, because it's not 96 anymore, it's 2021. And, LeBron and Michael Jordan are different people. So it's gonna be a different movie. Jordan was a lot less of a family man than LeBron is. So LeBron's family was included in it, So, like, it was gonna be a much different movie. It was probably not going to be as good as the first, because, let's be honest, when's the last time a sequel, be it a original, that's very rare. But it was a kid's movie. It wasn't meant for most of the people that are criticizing it, Like, how are you, like, can you even say that you would enjoy what I would ask these 40-year-olds if they complained to me, like, do you think you would like the original Space Jam at this point in your life right now? Or do you have the same criticisms, But, it was a kid's movie. That was my opinion on it. I didn't see the full one yet, so I'll probably have my real opinion there. But, it was a kid's movie. It was probably never going to be as good as the original anyway. And it was going to be different because Michael and LeBron have different situations and are different personalities. Alright, so Lamar is expecting to get paid $40 to $45 million a year in his extension. I think he could be worth the money, I think that's a lot of money. I think that's a little more than he should be getting, but think about this. He's beaten basically anybody he had to beat. Except for Brady and Mahomes. Those are the two guys he hasn't beaten yet. He's beaten basically everyone else. I think he can be worth... He's worth a lot of money, but I don't know if he's worth that much. $40 to $45 million a year. But, I would wait to extend him, because you don't want to pay him too early. I explained this in, February. You never want to play your players too early, because then you end up like the Rams with Jared Goff and the Eagles with Carson Wentz. What did both of those teams do this year? They traded them. You don't want to have to do that. So I would wait a bit more, but if they want to give an extension, go ahead. He is a good quarterback, and good for him if he gets an extension. Alright. So, Brady, he said he's kind of taking it a year at a time. He says he'll see what happens beyond his 2-year deal that he signed earlier this year. Now, I want to just be glad that Brady, people like Brady and LeBron are here. Anyway, I don't want to... I try to avoid the comparisons with Jordan. Sometimes I just, sometimes a LeBron fan comes out of me and I just want to debate it with other people. Sometimes that happens, but I try my best to, restrain myself and just learn to enjoy the fact that LeBron's even here right now. I don't think anyone even thought that we'd be comparing anyone to Michael Jordan When Michael Jordan retired, I think people were like, that guy's the best ever. No one's going to get close. So I think what people have to realize is, like, LeBron is close to Jordan right now. And, you just got to appreciate that because no one thought that would happen. But, I don't know what Brady's going to do beyond his 2-year deal. I think he'll be 46 by the time that deal is over because he's turning 44 and actually soon. I think in like August or something. But Tom Brady is he is a very functional superstar, there's actually not a lot of those people in the league. Like Aaron Rodgers, he can sometimes do what he's doing now, which is making a lot of people question whether or not he even wants to be here. Brady's very functional. So, I don't know what he wants to do, but I don't know. Well, like you said, we'll see what happens beyond his 2-year deal. Alright, let's get some music going again.
I love 2 things.
Alright. Alright. So, the Mississippi State coach, Mike Leach, said that he loves the CFF, College Football Playoff expansion. And, like, I agree with him. Like, I would put 64 teams in there. I think the only place where this fails is that, to Dabo's point, which I really didn't agree with, but I did agree with him where he said, like, there's going to be a lot of blowouts, which isn't very fun, but it gives players a chance in the spotlight, It gives NFL GMs more context on the whole situation. Alright, so LeBron became the first player to reach $1 billion in career earnings while he's still active. Jordan also hit that mark, but I think it was a couple years after his retirement that he hit it. So while still active, LeBron is the first player to ever do that. And, honestly, it's not a shock. It really isn't. When you're the best player in the NBA for as long as LeBron has been, and you add the shoe deals he has, and the endorsements, like even if you're like just a superstar in the NBA, like a Damian Lillard or something, or a Jason Tatum, like you're gonna have a shoe deal and endorsements, so you're gonna be very high. You're gonna have very high career earnings. But like when you're the best player in the league for as long as LeBron has been, it's gonna really add up. So good for LeBron. He's now $1 billion man. Alright. So Joe Girardi said that the Yankees are a postseason team. Now I agree with this. The Yankees are actually on a pretty hot streak right now. They play the Red Sox. I don't want to jinx it. They play the Red Sox tonight, though. They're actually playing right now. The Yankees are right now 3rd in the AL East. They are actually 3.5 games back from the wild card. And they are 7 games back from the Red Sox. So, I mean, I think the Yankees can definitely make the wild card. I think it's lost cause winning the division. I think that ship has sailed. But they could definitely be a postseason team. They definitely have the talent. They just have to make it work. And that's been a big problem the last couple of years. They've always had the talent. They just cannot make it work. And I'm going to stand firm when I say I think they could have They could have won a World Series twice. The 2 times the Astros cheated. I think they had a chance. I think they beat